Hello and merry meet. It's Rowan Ravenwolf. So if you've never been here before, it is Tuesday Tarot. This is a spiritual safe place. And it is Tuesday Tarot is when you can get one card readings. So always fun to get a one card reading. I do sometimes show tarot decks, and I'm probably going to show a tarot deck today. Just want to grab some of my decks that I'm going to read with today. So please feel free if you have like a burning question that you would like answered, or you can type general and I'll do a general reading for you. It might be an oracle deck, it might be a tarot deck, it will be whatever deck it needs to be. Hey, Bren!
Oh, what a day.
Right? I'm exhausted myself. I'm like, oh my gosh. I just did so much. Like, I got more done today than I usually do, because like when I get done working my regular job, like I do other stuff and I'm like, I'm pooped. I know, I'm like, well, at least I can sit down and go live on TikTok.
Did I ever show you this? My black moonstone?
Ooh. Ooh, that one's a pretty one.
And somewhere, I gotta find it though. There's actually, if you really look, you can actually see the black moon love symbol in it. On the shimmer, I gotta find it though.
I love when they give us like a little secret, you know, because sometimes our crystals give us little messages and secrets.
I know it's on here. I've seen it before. Where are you? I know you're on there somewhere. Okay, I think it was right. I will find it, because I know I wasn't crazy when I saw that the first time.
No, they give us messages. Sometimes they just want to make you work for it, though.
Okay. I think I maybe. Wait a minute. Isn't this like right here? I'm gonna put my finger in, like it's right next to my finger. Isn't that like one of the runes?
It does look like it possibly is a rune.
Yeah,
Ooh,
if it's going line and then it's like a square.
yeah. I think it might potentially be.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But back to this. Wait. Okay, I think no, that wasn't it. Because this black moonstone sits with a Lilith's tarot, like 24/7. Don't go anywhere else. Okay, no. I know, I saw it before. Missy, where did you put it?
And for those just joining, it's Tuesday Tarot. So we are actually we're looking at a crystal. Well, Bren's going to show us some as soon as he finds on his crystal. Oh, I think he found it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can see it. It's clear as day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like coincidence. No.
No. Mm-mm. No. I love when nature brings us gifts like that.
Yeah, but no.
That is so awesome. Awesome, awesome. So thank you to everybody who's joining. It is Tuesday Tarot. We are going to do one card tarot pulls, and if your question or the reading requires, it might be an oracle card. So, which actually I should get my Lenormands and my Nova cards ready. I'm like, because I was so busy doing other stuff. I usually like give myself a little more time. But
Yep,
it's
and,
okay.
I might be like in about 30 minutes or so. I may have to leave a bit early because I gotta go get my grocery order.
Uh-huh. Well, food's important.
Eh. Sometimes. Not all the time. Did I ever show you tanzanite?
Yes. I have teeny baby tanzanite. Mine are so small.
Oh, smaller, even smaller than this.
Yes, smaller than that. They're about the same size as my moldavite and my ring.
Well, you know what they say about the little stones? They may be little, but they pack a punch.
They really do. I have four of them. Because I was like, oh, like when I got them, I bought them online and I thought, oh, I can use these in a grid. But I was thinking they'd be a little bit bigger than they were. But when they came, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the energy was like,
Yeah. And I'm glad that I'm glad I got four because they make an extremely powerful crystal grid. So, and then just when I don't use it as a grid, I use them, as I need to. But yeah, it's a very powerful. There's like like moldavite is pretty powerful. Priscelli bluestone and sarsen stone. I mean, there's like quite a few out there that are extremely powerful. And I love I have a Lemurian quartz and I have my Tibetan quartz, and those quartz are extremely powerful.
this one's potent. I'm white apophyllite.
Ooh, that one is beautiful.
Oh,
It's like crystal show and tell.
yeah. I mean, me just holding, me just having it. It's like I'm hearing this loud ding noise in my head while I
Well,
have
my sarsen stone and my blue stone that I wear all the time, these are make up the inner circle and the outer circle of Stonehenge.
Mhm.
I could not wear them every day at first. They were like I really could barely wear them. Now I can wear them all the time. We're kind of like we understand each other's energy, but I will tell you and this goes for anybody who's never been to Stonehenge, and if you have been to Stonehenge, you can probably attest to this. Like when you're going from London, so when you're going down south, England towards Stonehenge, there's like a line of trees, and then you'll see the fields. And we were in the line of trees before the farm fields came up. And once you hit the end of the line of trees, you can see Stonehenge. I said to my husband, we're there. And he goes, no, we're not there yet. And I'm like, yeah, I could feel it. And then he's like, yeah, there is an energy, isn't there? And I said, yeah. And he says, it's kind of like the necklaces you wear. And then boom, there's the end of the trees, and there you can see Stonehenge up on the hillside. And when we were there, you're behind a rope,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not like super close, but I will tell you, like, it's mind blowing how much energy they put off. I literally was walking barefoot. So
Well, I mean,
my
you
shoes,
connect to that, getting that close, and having your feet touch, and like anywhere near that. I mean, good Lord, Lanta.
yeah, and it was like right before we left England. We were leaving on November 1st, so our last day was October 31st. Now, I've been to England before, but this was like my first time at Stonehenge. And I said, well, we have to be there on Samhain. Like, we have to be there on Samhain. So I got to go there, and then I went to Glastonbury. So, like to be at Chalice Well, a lot of these sacred spaces. But I will tell you, yeah, definitely go on a Sabbat, because it is extremely powerful. Just amazing. And the healing energy, because we were exhausted, because we were like trying to pound in a ton of stuff. The 3 times I've been to England, I've like literally put in more things than you should probably do in a day. So we were really tired, because my husband's like, I can't believe we're walking again. And as we walked around Stonehenge, he's like, I feel refreshed. I said, yeah, because these are very strong healing stones. They know that they suspect that people traveled there for the healing. That's like one theory that comes around. So I mean, there's a lot of different theories, but it is a Druid monument. We know that the Druids and the Celts were all over for many, many centuries.
And isn't it also believed Stonehenge is also like a doorway?
Oh, it definitely is.
Because I know, like, if you look at it from a certain angle, the sun just rises right in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's designed so it faces where the sun rises for summer solstice, and then for winter solstice is where the sun is setting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So we know it like after being there and like feeling it, I know this is where the sacred druids and Celts and pagans actually practiced. I do think it was a sacred temple. I do think people traveled there for healing and learning, because that's just it is the Preseli bluestone and the Sarsen stones.
Yeah.
They also help with learning and wisdom. So
Yeah, like ancestral.
yeah, yes. So thank you for everybody who's joining. I know we got like really sidetracked because we are talking about crystals a little bit. So you never know what to expect while we wait for tarot, for people with tarot questions.
Yeah, we're like a box of chocolate without the chocolate.
We are. And we are live on Tuesday. It is spiritual panel on Tuesday. And for spiritual panel this week, we're going to be talking about anger. So it's going to be really fun to talk about anger.
That's the spiritual way of table flipping.
Exactly. I mean, there is a lot we can learn from it. So, but we are excited. So, those of you in the chat, if you want a tarot reading, if you want a reading, it could be tarot or oracle. You can type your question in, or you can type general, and we will pull cards for you. We've got lots of cards here. We're ready to go. This is our fun thing we do on Tuesdays, and we are live every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Let's see. Because I know this deck has. Maybe. I know this deck has Stonehenge references to it. I know it does. That's a definite one.
Well, I did grab, because like we usually sometimes show a deck, and I did grab my Celtic Book of the Dead. Oh, I should probably flip this so that people can actually see it. Oops. And I'm so used to being on a computer all day. There we go. So this is an oracle deck, the Celtic Book of the Dead, and I really like this deck. So it kind of goes along with the fact that we were talking about Stonehenge. So I'll start showing this. If you do want a reading while I'm showing these cards, please feel free. You can type general or type your question in the chat, and I'll stop showing the deck so that you can get your reading. But in the meantime, I'll just kind of show. Yeah, these are like so fun. And they do have associations with things in the sacred places. Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful one. What deck is that?
This is the Universal Celtic Tarot.
Okay.
And I mean, you could even also look at it this way. First, you have the manifestation of Stonehenge, moving forward to it. Then when the moon, then the High Priestess. Like how it just all just flows together like that. Oh,
yeah. I'd love to be there at night, but they're not open at night. So. And there are tour groups that do go after hours, so you can always thing is like you have to just be ready to, like, you'll go to Bath, which Bath's actually pretty cool if you like Jane Austen. And Windsor Castle is down there, so usually the tour takes you there.
Just do not touch anything.
Yes. Please don't, and especially paint them.
Keep your Cheeto dust off the stones.
I still can't believe that people were that ignorant. I mean, but you know, the divine does not like things like that. So with it being a sacred site for pagans,
Yeah.
prison won't keep them safe from what they've done.
Well, but I mean, it's better that than instead of having this go after them.
That's true. Do they want the Morgan?
I've connected with the Morgan once. And, you have the Dark Goddess Oracle. Yeah. The card that's depicting her is very similar to, like, how she came. when I call up to her. Like, really in the face.
Ah. I see a couple people joining. It is Tuesday Tarot. I'm showing a deck while we're in between readings, but please feel free if you want a reading to type your question in the chat or type general and we'll pull a card for you. Yeah, this is a fun deck. I also like that the cards are small because I have small hands.
Yep, don't get the Diablo Tarot. Don't get it. Too big.
I have a couple decks that are like really big and the artwork's so beautiful, but it's like hard to read with because the cards are just so big. There's our wheel. Woo. And the last card. So that is the Celtic Book of the Dead Oracle deck. This is a great deck, and this is the book that comes with it. But yeah, it's a really great deck, and I love the size of the cards because, like I said, I have small hands, so I like to have ones that fit in my hands easily. But I see more people are joining. Thank you so much, those who are joining. If you would like a reading, we are doing one-card readings. We call it Tarot Tuesday, but if you're reading, if we feel like we need to pull an oracle card for your reading, we will. But we're ready to go. So please feel free to type your question in the chat or just type general, and we got time. We're here. That's what we're here for.
And don't let the size of the cards fool you. They're not weapons.
No, they're not. They're not.
I mean, you know, come to think of it, if I were to actually chuck these at someone, oh, yeah, that would bonk.
Yeah. Well, some of them, yeah.
And this is the only way I can shuffle this deck because it's way too big.
You know, like I shuffle all mine the same way because of the big decks. So, and I know some people buy the big Rider weights, and I mean, I didn't get the big ones, but I'm like, oh my gosh, because like, I mean, I know like they're great for teaching. It's a good size for teaching, but
of all the cards, again, she's stalking me again.
Yes, she is.
Well, that's nice to know that my best self is, well, my most optimal is stalking me again. Ay.
Yes. So now we're just shuffling. We're just waiting. If somebody wants a reading, go ahead, type general or type your question in the chat. I mean, I guess we could pull a card for what we can all expect for the next week.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to see what we can expect for the next week. I'll pull a card and Bren will pull a card. And he's already got his cards, so we'll see how
there's well, right now, I haven't even shuffled the deck yet. We have Temperance, so possibly going to need to do some alchematizing. Doing some alchemical mixing of two things and to make something new.
Ooh, and I got the Star in reverse. And this one's a pretty powerful star card. And you know, it really does. Yeah, we've got something going on that we are definitely going to need to alchemize because, I mean, look at this card. You know, we've got a lot of the elements coming in this one. And everything's really flowing energetically. So, yes, it looks like that's what we can all expect for the week.
Okay. Now I'm kind of curious. And then let's see, where the heck did it go? Now let me just play Dig Dug to find where the heck it went. Because I want to see.
Hello, Toxic. Nice to see you.
Hello. Oh, there it is. Right there.
And thank you for the gifts.
So that star card, let me see it again. Because I don't know why I just had this.
Hold, let me find it. Oops, no, I dropped it. I dropped the tower. I don't think I want to.
Wrong lever! Oh.
Star card. Oh, there it is. Wow. Okay, that wasn't so hard to find.
Okay, let's see. So, so wait, let's see. If we were to go like this, the fig.
Ooh. Yeah, what a connection.
Huh.
That is intense.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of like you have like the lighter side and then the darker side. But I mean they're like standing in the same formation and the same
Yeah.
thing.
And there's
Even
a
though,
lot of flowing energy in both of them.
mm, even if it's right. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
oh yeah, because of his dress. Okay, so if it was upright.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Look at the beavers.
Fun week. So we are doing one card readings. Well, you actually get two. You get one from me and one from Bren. So please feel free if you would like a reading to type general or type your question in the chat and we will gladly answer. I mean, I'm shuffling this deck, but if I don't feel like this is the deck I'm supposed to read with for you, I will pull a different one.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, for me, Diablo, what say you? I swear, don't you freaking do it. Okay. Nope. Let go. Let go. You're fired. There's your pink slip. Again.
Oh my gosh, that is twice today anyway. I mean, I think you pulled it last week a couple times too.
Yeah. It's like, again? Seriously? Again? So if she comes out again for the rest of this for the third time, something's fishy. And
there's a big message. I've had where when I pull 3 cards every morning, and I've had where like I will get the same 3 cards, and it's like sometimes maybe they'll switch position, but like I'm all right, okay, what do I need to do? Because you're giving me a message and I'm clearly not getting it.
but it gets really intense when you pull from a deck, and then after when you pull, you then get another deck, and then you pull to use that as a clarifier, and in some of the card positions you get the exact same card.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that happen before. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna have justice be double justice, okay, or we're gonna have double devil. Oh, that was tough.
One of my tarot teachers, she actually, when she does readings, she actually has 2 decks. So she puts like 2 of the Rider Waite, so two of the same deck together. So sometimes you might get like the Tower twice. Or Lovers twice. Yeah. Because I remember one time she read for me and I was like, oh, well, this doesn't make me very happy. Because I got a couple cards. I'm like, all right, stuff's going to happen. Is what it is. Got to accept it.
And I mean, imagine that though, having 78, that would be 156? 156 cards?
And it's like, it's a huge pile. Her hands are bigger than mine. It's the Rider Waite deck, but she uses the bigger one. But still, like when you've got a deck that's like that, I mean, there's 2 decks together. I mean, that's a big pile.
Yeah. Even this thing's under the...
And this is a very thick deck because of the foil and the stock that they use to make the deck. But yeah, it's heavy duty, heavy duty when we're getting that big. And I want to thank everybody who's given us hearts. Please make sure to give us likes. That helps get us up. And it is Tuesday Tarot. So if you would like a reading, I know I see people coming and going, but if you would like a reading, you can type general and we'll pull a card for you, or you can type your question in there and you get a card from both me and Bren. So I say one card from each of us. That's 2 cards. 2 cards for Tuesday Tarot.
Yep.
Lots of T's in there today.
Yeah, 1T, 2T, 3T, 4T, 5T.
And that's not toddler wear.
We got a king of twigs. Flip. Just flip. Got a king of twigs.
Ooh.
And we have a guy with a stick taking the holy stick from this priest that he has made kick the bucket. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Lilith. Oh, hi.
Ooh, I like that card.
Yep, there's the Empress Lilith, like, oh, hello, dear.
Yes, we love Lilith. We actually talked about her a lot on Sunday. The book for Witchy Book Club, which we discuss on Sundays, is The Spiral Dance by Starhawk. So it's really talking about working with the goddess. So very, very exciting. We'll be live on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays every week at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so tonight is Tuesday Tarot, because I see we have a couple other people who've joined. So we've got people coming and going. It's all good. If you would like a reading, please type your question in the chat, or you can just type general and we'll pull a card for you. That would be really fun.
What?
If we, maybe like in a couple weeks, we start talking about, we go through all of the deck. So we do 1 week, we talk about the full, and then we do readings. We do the second week. Yes. All right, we're good. We'll do it. Yeah. That would be fun. Well, we could even start next
week. Have all of our decks in a pile and be like, okay,
right.
So here's this Temperance.
Yes.
Wow. I caught it.
Yes. Okay, we'll start with the full next week. Might as well, right? And we don't need to give it all away, because I do know we both teach tarot, so we'll just give like some we'll show some differences in some of the decks. It will be kind of fun, because that'll be 78 weeks of tarot fun. Mm-hmm. Which is about a year and a half, a year and a quarter.
Yep. On the first week of Tarot Tuesday, we have the Fool.
Coming your way. So there you go. Those that are live right now, yes, you can come learn a little bit about tarot with us. And of course, we do teach classes and do private readings too. I do private readings, and I know Brenda's too. You can find where to find us in our bios on TikTok. Just click that link, and if you're watching the replay on my Patreon or YouTube, you can find me. If you're on my Patreon, you already know how to find me. If you're on YouTube, though, you can find all the ways to find me or find out about the classes I teach in the comments section. So feel free to find us there. And thank you to everybody who's given hearts. We don't have as many. Usually we have about 1,000 hearts by now.
Yeah, I think today might be a slow day.
Yeah, I think it is a slow day. Well, we do have, why am I all of a sudden blanking? New moon. Yeah, new moon. Wow. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And that could be everybody's got a refresh for it. I mean, I know I overdid it today. Like I said, this is like the first time I've literally sat down. Okay, wait, no, full moon. No, it's too dark outside.
Yeah, I think it's.
It is full moon. It is full moon.
Isn't it the strawberry full moon?
Yes. That might be why. It was funny. I got like a man was like totally lost on the phone with me and started screaming. I'm like, all right, you have a nice day. Take a deep breath. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. I'm like, no. But that makes sense.
Sir, you're kind of becoming a Luna.
Yes, it makes sense. Like every time there's a full moon, that's when weird stuff happens. Even like, just little, just little things. because it does move the water in our body, because we're like, what, 80% water? Is that what
Yep.
it is? Yeah. I'm like, am I remembering? Yeah, we only use 10% of our brain and we're 80% water. The fun stuff we learn. You always will learn something fun on Tuesday Tarot with us. So, and if you are new, please feel free. You can put general if you would like a general reading, or you can type a question in the chat, and we'll pull cards for you. Bren probably needs to have a little bit of a break. I know he said he might have to go early tonight.
I gotta take flying my groceries already, and I don't really want to be driving at night because I don't trust people at night when they drive.
You know, yeah, right. And then there's like certain, like, I don't go out on Super Bowl Sunday at all.
Yep.
And New Year's, I try not to go out on New Year's either, because it's like you can't.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and like, just like when I worked in a hospital, some of the like horror stories we'd hear, you know, even actually late on the 4th of July is not necessarily a safe time to be out on roads either.
Yep, and especially like with current events too.
Oh yes, because you're out in California, right?
Pretty close. I'm pretty close to
what's going on
southern border, and I'm over here just don't come this way. Don't come anywhere near me, please. Just please don't do that. Yeah,
please be safe. I'm like, you know, with everything that's going on, I think we do need to have protests for some of this stuff, because there's a lot of things that are not okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it is
really smart.
Like, it's very, very scary. Very scary. So yeah, my prayers to everybody out there, because it very scary.
Yep. And like I said, if anybody's going to be doing such things, be very hyper aware of your surroundings. Everything.
Yes.
And if you don't want to have your phone now recording everything like on video, have your phone on to do like a voice memo. Just have it play in the background.
Yep.
Because if you have that documentation,
you know, I've watched like people used to be in Scientology, a lot of them, which now I'm going to be on their radar. You know, a lot of times they'll go protest out front of Scientology buildings, both in Florida and California. Actually, even here in Chicago, they protested. But a couple of them have like the little pouches you can wear around your neck where your phone fits, and then underneath it, you can put, you know, the little battery charger, so you can be charging your phones. Because, you know, like with that, you never know, like some of the things the Scientologists have done, and it's like they're just walking, they're just protesting, you know, and so, but yeah, it is definitely, again, like right now with how things are, everybody just be safe.
Yep, be safe and, well,
alert.
Oh God, I mean, screw it, hold the wine glass. Be safe and make sure that whenever you're questioned, just comply. Like, have I seen who? Yeah, they're over in that direction. Points in the opposite direction of the city. Yeah, they're that way. You're lying to us! Huh? No, that's where I saw them last, that way. Nothing in the rule book that says you can't comply with, well, what's that called? Nothing wrong with malicious compliance. Yeah, let me help! That way. Completely far away from everything. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go grab groceries, and oh boy, what a drive this is gonna be. Oh well, okay.
So we'll see Bren on Thursday when we talk about anger. Go see how weird this week is. Wow. So the spiritual panel this week is on anger. And it is really interesting because we have a full moon. Not that full moons bring anger out in anybody, but this particular week, it's kind of an interesting week with everything that's going on. So I will be doing one card readings. So if you would like a reading, please type general, or you can type your question, and I'll stay here for a little bit longer unless I don't get readings. If I get readings, I'll stay on as long as I need to. But if I don't get readings, I will end the live. But I do have, if you are interested in learning tarot, my tarot class, it's a 17-week course, and I go really in depth into learning tarot. Like, you'll know everything you need to about tarot. So you'll be able to actually, I'm literally going to train you how to be a reader, how to read the cards, how to connect to them intuitively. So that's why it's intense and it's 17 weeks, but it starts on July 29th. And if you go into my bio here on TikTok and you click the bio link, it will take you, you can go to my website or you can go to Eventbrite to check out the classes. So, and there's like two ways to pay. Well, more than 2 ways actually, because you can get it on my website or you can get it on Eventbrite, but then you can pay for each class individually. So if you don't have the money up front to pay for the full thing, if you pay for the full thing, the classes are a little bit cheaper. So you do get like a discount versus paying for each class. So that's just kind of, that's coming up. Tomorrow I am teaching, if you are new to witchcraft and fascinated and interesting, it is every other week. So there's 26 classes I teach every year, and it is the element class. So if you are interested, there's still room, so you can sign up for that. And full moon ritual will be tomorrow also, if you'd like to join me virtually for full moon ritual. I do rituals both in person and online. So you can always join online if you can't join in person. So that's, that's the one thing, like when COVID happened and we all got stuck staying at home, it's kind of nice that, we started having virtual classes, and I've met some amazing people literally around the world. I've met some really amazing people. So, this week or this month, I will be teaching next week. I will be teaching creative magical oils and incense, creating magical oils and incense. And then, color magic is the other beginning witchcraft class this month, followed by folk divination. And the folk divination class is really super fun. I'll be talking about how to do like a reading with an egg, but I know with eggs being so expensive, it might be something you might want to try when maybe they're less expensive or when you get chickens, one of the two, right? So, but that's just a little bit about what's coming up this week. Or this month. And then I am live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is Tuesday Tarot, where there's 1-card readings. Thursdays is spiritual panel. It is an open panel. So if you want to jump up on panel, you are so welcome to join. But this week's topic is anger. We're going to be talking about anger and how we can deal with it metaphysically. And then Sunday is chapter 2 of The Spiral Dance by Starhawk. That's a witchy book club. So we'll be discussing that book. So I'm really excited about that. And if you miss any of my lives, you can always watch the replay or listen to the replay on my Patreon or my YouTube channel. So I see a lot of other people have been joining, coming and going. I am doing 1-card tarot readings. So Bren usually stays on a little bit longer, but he did have some errands to run tonight. So if you would like a reading, you can type your question in the chat or just type general and I will pull a card for you. I want to thank those who gave me some hearts, and I saw a couple gifts come through. Gifts are always appreciated, never expected, but I would really appreciate the hearts so that we can bump up so I can bump up and be seen more. That would be so highly appreciated. So if you can, click that love button, click that little heart and give me a couple hearts there. Thank you, Tina, for the rose. I appreciate it. How sweet. Thank you. Thank you. And the heart. Thank you so much. And if you'd like a reading, just type general or type your question in there. So because I'll pull cards, and that goes for everybody. So thank you so much, everybody. I know I always appreciate it. So Bren and I just talked, if you just joined, we are going to actually start, so over 78 weeks, and we'll start it next week. We're going to talk about a tarot card a week. So we're going to talk about the Fool next week. So what we'll do is we'll kind of do a little bit of intros. We'll talk about the card. And then after we are done talking about the card, we're going to show a bunch of different cards too. We just said that we're like, we'll pull out a bunch of the Fool cards and show those. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So please feel free to join in. So that'll be like 78 weeks where you can learn just a little bit. That will be next Tuesday, so a week from today. So Tuesday on Tuesday Tarot, we'll be talking about the Fool card. So really super exciting. So maybe I'll do a couple more videos advertising it. So yeah, you can jump in. I mean, we're not going to like do a lot. We'll probably spend, well, knowing me and Bren, it will probably be 30 to 60 minutes on Fool, and then we'll do readings until we're tired. So, and some nights we get lots of readings, and like tonight it's been kind of quiet, but we do have a full moon coming. So, thank you, Tina, for the roses. You're so sweet, hun. So I do appreciate it. We got more likes. Yay. And, so that'll be really fun. It's always nice to kind of jump into that. And then maybe after that, we'll do like an oracle deck or something. Actually, that would be really fun because Divination Tuesdays, right? Always good to learn. And it's also a way to learn and expand. And then also, if you want to hang around and get a reading, you can hang around and get a reading. So no obligation there. But if you do want like a personal reading, not online, I do Triple Goddess Psychic Friday, where it is Zoom. There will be multiple people in the Zoom, and you get like a 1-card reading up to a 3-card reading. Like if you do certain donations, you'll get 3 cards or potentially more. I've had where people have given a little bit more, so I've given them, basically a mini reading. But you can always book a reading too. So, Bryn and I would love for you to join, Tina, but you can always, if you don't make it, you can always watch the replay, because I do post the replay on my YouTube and my Patreon, and those are in my bio link. So you can always follow me on YouTube or Patreon. And the nice thing is that like you can listen, like, so if you're exercising, you can listen. You don't have to actually like watch the whole thing. You can just listen, which is also kind of nice, because this is almost like a podcast, kind of. So it's not like I'm like teaching anybody how to dance. So I just say that because I used to dance. So I could do like show some ballet moves, but I don't know. So, and thank you. Look at that. We're at 1K hearts. Thank you so much. If anybody on would like a reading, please feel free. You can type general or type a question in there. I do like to make it easy, because like when we do say general, it's kind of easy that way if you can't think of a question, because the universe will give you whatever message you're supposed to get, which is always kind of nice. I even have I pull cards for myself every morning, and there are some mornings I'm like, I don't even know what to ask. So, all right, universe, tell me what my message is today. So it is always kind of nice to have that and just get those little messages. So, and I know, Tina, thank you so much. You've given several gifts. I know a couple other people gave some gifts. Gifts are always appreciated, never expected. So I do really appreciate it. And I know a couple people gave Bryn gifts. So I'm going to just say thank you on his behalf, since he's not here anymore. So very, very exciting. So always nice. So, like the moon actually will be full around, I want to say around, I think I read 1:07 a.m., at least Central Standard Time. I think that's what time it said. So yes, we do have a full moon. So make sure to hold your energy strong. The nice thing is when we're working with moon energy, after a while you get used to it, to where it doesn't affect you as much. 20 years ago, I would have been like, I'm going crazy, because I didn't know how to deal with that energy from the moon. But then as we work more and more with nature and the elements, we learn to compensate when we have too much wind or too much moon or too much fire. So always super fun to do that. Ooh, that's kind of scary. Ugh. I hope they're okay, hun. I really hope they're okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll pull a card for you, sweetie. Let's see. What message does Tina need about her family? So we're going to see what the universe is saying. Ooh, Judgment. And it's Judgment in reverse. But see, we've got these wings. I'm feeling like there's like some movement going on. Maybe they're dealing with something really heavy. There's something heavy associated with judgment. Maybe they're feeling judged by somebody, or there's something going on in a justice type of way. And when we look at this, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of wings in it. So there's a lot of movement associated. Yeah, this is pretty heavy. Keep trying them. Keep trying them. And I'll just send that energy out there that they'll be able to get a hold of you. Because that is scary, especially when we talk to family members a lot. You know, that makes it really scary when they don't respond. So scary. I saw a couple other people joined. Please feel free, if you'd like a reading, you can type general or you can type your question in the chat and I'll do readings. I'll be here for at least 15 more minutes, but if I get a lot of questions, I'll stay on a little bit longer. So always fun here at Tuesday Tarot. Always, at least I try to make it fun. I try. So, yep, thank you. And judgment is where I am praying through for everyone. Yes. And it could even be that worry, you know, because like, especially when we can't get a hold of somebody and we see those wings. Yeah, that makes it scary. And it's like the worst thing. Like you try not to panic and worry about your family members, but it does happen. So thank you for all of the gifts and all of the hearts. I do appreciate it. And anybody else, if you'd like a reading, you can type general or you can type a question in there, or whatever makes you feel comfortable. So always enjoyable here. So I know last week on Spiritual Panel, we talked about trolls. So I'm going to show everybody my troll baby. I showed her during Spiritual Panel, but I figure I might as well like show and tell her. So this is my sweet troll baby. My friend Dave made for me, but she's a sweet troll. So I love her. She's kind of my doppelganger. What I would look like if I had pointy ears. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Let's see. They were young, many hurts from zero protection from them. But well, I actually had a conversation because I've noticed like this younger generation, like family's not as important, and like, different generations. Sometimes family is like super important and it's slowly kind of easing out, but some people it's still super important. We only have one family, so it is really important that we have them around and that we have those relationships. And it is so much easier sometimes to forgive our family when they do something to us that offends us and hurts us. So okay, my question is how to let go if they want out. Okay, I'm supposed to pull a Nova card for you. So this is gonna like kind of tell us if they want out and what it is that will help you. So I'm gonna pull you a Nova card, hon. Okay. Ooh. All right. So they don't want out, but we got the Factory, which is there's a lot going on. There's a lot behind the scenes that we don't know what's going on. So there's a conversation that needs to be had, and you'll come to an understanding on how to fix it. So it's just the assembly line needs to change. So actually this is really good because they don't want out. So something they're trying to figure out, they're probably trying to figure out they need to say something to you and they don't know how to say it. Especially since we got that judgment card. So they don't know how to say it. Yeah. Just leave them, like, you could even leave a message and just say, hey, yeah, there's something turning in there. And they're like, how can we make this factory run more efficiently? So, but we're going to apply that to family. How can we make the family run more efficiently? What is the conversation that needs to be had? So, yeah, I love this Nova card deck. I'll hold it up. It is out of print. It was printed in 1977 originally, and then they reprinted in 2009. But these cards are such great clarifiers. I try to have them with the tarots so that I can do clarification. I either like to use my Nova cards or my Lenormand cards for clarifiers. So I had them already, but then I just I see what's going on and go with what cards are supposed to be used. So that's kind of how I intuitively go, which deck are supposed to be used with this. And, it's never wrong. Sometimes we might interpret it slightly wrong, and sometimes we have to dig a little deeper with it, the analyzation of it. But it's always there. So, and I saw a couple other people just started joining. If you did just start joining, this is Tuesday Tarot. And if you would like a reading, you can please feel free. You can type general or type your question in the chat and I will pull cards. So, and those that are new, I am live on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So anywhere else in the world, I'm so sorry. I don't know what time. Well, okay, so England would be 5 hours ahead of that. So it's really, really early in the morning in England. So I'm trying to think how early it would be, but I just can't do that kind of math in my head. So... And I do want to thank everybody so far who's given hearts and who's given gifts. They're really appreciated. Always appreciated, never expected. And the hearts, they're for when you like the video, yeah, it helps jump us up. And again, usually Bren's on a little bit longer with me, but today he had some errands to run. So I'm going to stay on for 8 more minutes unless I get a bunch of questions coming in for Tuesday Tarot. And then next week, Bren and I decided that we will start talking about each tarot card. So we're going to go through the 78 cards in the deck. So we will start with the Fool next week. And let's see, today is the 10th. So yeah, so that would be June 17th-ish. I think it's the 17th next week, 17th. And so that will be, we'll talk about the Fool. I'll do a little reminder so everybody knows, hey, we're talking about the Fool card. So, because it's always fun to learn some little tidbits about it. And so we'll talk a little bit about the card and then we'll jump in and do readings, which is always super fun to do readings. So, all right, righty-o. So yes, I see we have more people joining. Please feel free if you would like a Tuesday Tarot 1-card reading. You can type general in the chat or you can type your question and I will pull a card for you. I've got several different decks here. So if I feel inspired, you might get a tarot or you might get an oracle deck, an oracle card. So depending on your question or what card deck I am pulled to read for you. So I did show my Celtic Book of the Dead. Oh, I shouldn't say that word. Okay, the Celtic Book of Unalive. This is a really neat oracle deck. So you can see that on the replay if you missed that. And I just kind of showed the cards while we were chatting. But yes, you can watch the replay on my YouTube and my Patreon. I believe tonight's replay will be in 2 weeks, I think. We're going off my memory. But yes, you can see any replays for any of my lives on YouTube and Patreon. If you're not following me, please make sure you hit the follow. And you can find the link to my YouTube and my Patreon in my bio. There's a bio site link that you can click. And then you can just hit the YouTube icon or the Patreon icon and follow me there so you can see the replay. So So always exciting. It's always nice to be able to grow spiritually. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And you can always see what classes I'm teaching, because I'm always teaching classes. This summer I've kind of toned down the classes. When it's cold out, I teach a lot more. I teach probably like 5 classes a week in the winter time, only because, hey, we're inside, right? We might as well be learning something, doing something if we don't like the cold. When I was younger, I loved the cold. Like, I would be outside making snowmen, and even as a teenager, like, oh, we used to like make the biggest snow forts where I grew up. Like, the whole neighborhood would come out and we would make 2 giant snow forts so we could throw snowballs to opposing teams. It was usually girls versus boys, but we had fun. Yeah, nowadays I'm like, yeah, I'll pass. As we get older, it's not. I even used to camp in the snow, and now I would no camping in the snow for me anymore. too old for that, I guess. I don't know. You hit a point where it's like, no, don't like it. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. I want to give a big shout out to everybody. So if I missed you giving me a gift, I apologize. I didn't holler your name out. I do try to catch everybody, but thank you for everybody who gave gifts. Thank you to everybody who gave hearts. That bumps us up in the league, so that makes me more noticeable. And then you'll actually know when I'm live, because it will pop up in your feed. So I do really appreciate it. Again, I am live here on TikTok every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spiritual panel is this Thursday. We will be talking about anger and how we can deal with anger. So I'll be showing my book, one of my favorite books on anger. So maybe you have or haven't read it. And it is open panel, so you can please feel free to jump up. Anger is part of the grief process, and we go through grief, not just when somebody is unalive, but we go through grief, for almost anything, if you really think about it, like divorce, injuries, anything at all. Breakups, you go through grief with that too. So we will be talking about anger on the spiritual panel, and it is an open panel. As always, everybody, thank you so much for joining tonight. I really appreciate it. And we'll be here on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, merry meet, merry part, bright blessings, and namaste.